Hello everybody, this is Sonya, and this is take 2 because I had to answer the phone, which is not going to happen again. I don't know where it is now, but I need hubby to take it away. Hope he did. Probably didn't. Hope he did because I'm not answering it. There it is. Here it is. Just get rid of it. I threw it over there. Right, now we're going to do some bead knitting. This is Sonya and I'm in Australia. I don't know if I told you all that because I forgot what I'm doing because it's all mucked up now, but I'm going to fix it. I'll fix it. Okay, so we're going to do some bead knitting. Now, whether I can't remember the pattern that I'm doing at the moment, but I can tell you what sort of thing we're going to be doing, okay? So you need, we're actually going to make one of these, righto? Not that big. I don't think it's that big. I think this one was a real lot bigger. Can't really tell unless I find the pattern. Don't know where that is. It's here somewhere. Everything just got so confused. Nothing worse than somebody ringing you and they're in a bad mood. Puts you there too, doesn't it, really? I'm not going to be in a bad mood, though. I'm not going to let it get the better of me. So what you need first is some of these beads, right? So the beads are usually, they're called hanks, and they come in packets, like so. Like this here. Sort of, or you can buy them on the internet, okay? Now, that's called a hank, okay? So when you go to get your pattern, it'll say 1 hank, size 11 beads. Righto, that looks like, out of the bag, this. Okay, now I've used some off this one because I've also made smaller things, right, using this thread, using these beads. So I've got these tied up here so they wouldn't all go everywhere because I had to undo it. Caught around my needle. So you'll need some of these, right? So this is a hank of beads here. Right. Now, like I said, I've already taken some off because I already put some onto here in the previous video, because that's what you have to do. You have to put them onto a pearl thread, and size 8 or 10, whatever it says on your pattern, and this one has got size 8 on there. Right, it's back to front, that's not right. Okay, now, what was I up to? To thread these onto here, because we need them to be on the pearl thread. Also, your pearl thread looks like that. This is not a pearl one, this is just, this is a crochet thread, and it's just a straight, this is a pearl. It has a sort of a bubbly bit to it. And please yourself with which one you use. Righto. So now we have to get this here hank of thread onto here without spilling them everywhere. Don't let them come off, whatever you do. Keep your knot in the end of it and keep your piece. There'll be something holding it together. For goodness sake, just keep it all together, okay? So this piece of string here is what the piece come off that I just put onto here. Okay, so now I need to put it onto this reel, right? So what you do is, and I've already put some on, don't cut this. Leave it the same as it always. Leave it on the reel. Leave it on the reel. Now I've got a bit of ink on me because for some reason my top is leaking blue ink. I don't know. I must have got water on it or something. So I'm sorry about if I'm a bit blue today. And I've got a bit of gesso. I'm sorry about that too. If I fiddle around much more, it'll be dark before I get this done. So I'm going to keep working with it. Now I'm going to undo this here. And my cat must think I'm talking to him. He's down there flicking his ears up. I think I'm talking to him. And he doesn't understand a bit of bead knitting, I don't think. But anyway, now let me see. Got a good knot in here so it wouldn't come undone. That's something that we don't want to have to do, isn't it, though? I should be able to get one strand here somehow. That's all I want to do, just get one strand out. And that's not, come on, it should come undone, hopefully. Sometime I'll get it undone here. Okay. Now we're going to be really hot here in Australia. We are very lucky. We are not along the coast or out where the trees all are, where the fires are. We live further inland and we don't have any immediate fires as such now. But we do have a lot of smoke in the air, a lot of heat. And I feel really bad for all them poor people that are living there, but I just, you know, I'm sure the Navy's coming to save them as far as I know, I hope, in the different parts of Australia where they are now. Mostly along the coast there's a lot, I think there's in South Australia there's a lot of, excuse me guys, out there because of the heat and the wind. It's really had no water. We need rain. Somebody make it rain. It needs to rain for us. And sometimes people get too much rain, they go book about it. I wish we could get a bit. I'm going to get this undone eventually because I'm going to have to. It's just, you know, it's just going on too long, isn't it? I really, really, really think I'm going to have to take it from this end, you know. I'm going to have to do this now. I'm going to have to do what I told you not to. That other end's not going to come undone, so we don't have to worry about that. Hopefully this was just stuck with a bit of sticky tape, and I'll be able to get this. I don't know why I didn't do this before I started with the other lot, but okay, so I've got one strand. I'm going to knot this, and this time I'm going to do it like in a bow, so it'll be better, easier for me to handle. Right, now we've got this piece here, one strand of it, and we get our piece of crochet thread, which is still connected to the reel. Don't undo it. Then you want to bring this around under there and tie a knot on it, so it will. Wait a minute. Tie it out. Not there, Sonya. And tie a knot. You don't tie a knot in the two. You just tie. You don't use two bits. You tie your knot around that. Okay. Just tie the knot around there, and then you get it, and you just pull the beads. There must be one there that's something the matter with the bead because it won't go. Look at that. Decided to stick there on me. Hang on a second. We'll back up a minute. We might have too many thicknesses of my cotton all buckled up. That's right. Now, if you are doing this and your bead will not go over because it hasn't got a big enough hole, you can get the pliers and you can actually break the bead with the pliers. So, but you need to be careful doing that so you don't cut your thread. So you just pull that down onto there, okay? So it's really easy. Just push it down over onto the other thread, like that. Okay? Can't see this very good, I'm afraid. I'll just try to stay here. Just pull it down. It's going on there. And now it's all on this piece. Well, not all of it. There's more left here. There's more. Still a lot more. But I can just push all them down without letting all the others go off the end. I'm just pulling them down carefully over that, where the knot is. Push them down along your thread. And what you need to do is just make sure you keep them going down along there, because you're going to need thread to knit with as well as the beads on there too, okay? So now all you have to do is just take that knot off there. And then you've got your stuff ready to start. Now I've got all these knots curled up there, so now I've got this here, beads threaded onto the cotton, okay? See? And I hope you've got that clear, and if it didn't come out good enough, you're going to ask me to do it again, show you. Because I just... What have I got here? Righto. I'm just going to sit that back in there. That's naughty of me, but that's what I'm doing. Okay, so now I've got some already that I've put on here because I wanted to do this one in purpley colour. But I don't think the white one you'll be able to see as good. So I've actually threaded, and I've actually been knitting something with it and pulled it undone because it's all wrinkly, but that's okay. I don't mind, it's still going to work okay. So what you need is you, I keep hitting that thing. I've just wound it on here because I've obviously done something with it before. But don't take yours off this reel, okay? Don't take it off the reel, whatever you do, off the reel of thread. Don't cut that. Don't cut that thread. Leave it there, because otherwise you're going to have to join it. I'm going to join it when I have to, but that's okay. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. So you need a hank to do this one. So you will thread all of those that I showed you in that packet onto your crochet thread, right? Before you need to put all the beads onto the thread, righto? Now, I'm going to have to, these needles that I got, I bought these because I didn't like to use these other ones that I've got. Don't know why, can't remember. To be honest, I don't know, but I had those metal ones and I wasn't really keen to use them, so I went and I bought, I think these ones here are a bit smaller. And maybe that's what I felt like I needed. I'm a medium knitter. I don't knit big and I don't knit tight, so mine's really medium, and you've got to try and keep your work to the same tension all the way you go. Okay, so I've got these. These are needles. They're really, really, really long, and hubby cut them off for me, and we put a cork on the end because otherwise I've been knitting with the needles going underneath my armpits. They're too long for me. Okay, so on my pattern here, it tells me what sort of stitches I'm going to be using and the abbreviations, and it tells me how, it doesn't say how big this is. It's going to be very small, I know that. It says coin purse, very small. Okay, so you need, I hope this turns out like I've just showed you. I think it will. Now this is a pattern, this is it. This is all there is, you know, you just repeat the bottom one once. Alright, so we'll see, as you can see, the rows are 33 to 42. So there's 61 rows down and 61 rows back. So what we do is we come down the front of the bag and we go up the back of the bag, okay? So we just reverse the pattern. So now I'm going to show you that we need to put on 18 stitches, and I'm just going to do a loop knot thingy. I don't actually tie it because, I don't know, I just don't. I just loop that on there like so. Because you don't want to go around twice. Well, it is a knot. And actually there's a knot in my cotton. That's not good. I'll have to get rid of that one. Knot in my cotton. There you go. Right, now that's off. So we just want to tie it round once. Like so. Okay. Put your needle in there. Tighten it up a bit. Hang on to this part here with your hands. And try and do this with as close as I can to the tripod. So I just go through the back, in between that stitch there, and I put that on without me threading the road come out of the way you. Now what have I done? I've lost it. Okay, let's start this again. I think I was trying to get my arm on the tripod because I've got it sitting fair here next to me. And well, if you can knit, do it the way you knit the way you like. Everybody's different. I've seen people knit without moving their hands off their needles. I can't do that. I've got to take mine off and put them back on. So we need to cast on 18 stitches. And I do this by going in between the whole thing. In behind both pieces there. Go round. Come back down here and wrap that round like so. Catch that. Go in there. In behind the two parts. I don't know what this is called, how this cast on stitch works, but I don't like it when you just pick up the front piece, because to me I think I must make it too baggy or something, and it doesn't work for me. Now, when you first start doing this, it could be a bit daunting because it's tiny. Could be you could get a little bit blind till you get your focus on it. It just depends what your eyesight's like, you know. I can hopefully get back into the swing of it soon enough, so I don't have to be too long here doing this, but I need to show you how it works. So we're going to do this, and I cannot pause it, I'm sorry. So I'll just have to knit along, and hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Righto. I'm a bit far away from myself, so I better get back in the shot a bit, hadn't I? Not even counting these, you know. Anybody else counting for me? We'll see how we go. Needed to do this before we turned on the air conditioning, you know, because I don't want it to be making too much noise. And do you reckon I've got 18 yet? And then you'll have a bit of an idea of how big this purse is going to be. But the thing is with this too, you know, you can make a bigger one, a lot bigger one, but that's up to you. Okay, now it's 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Oh, we got way too many. There we go. Right, just redo that just in case. I always like to count twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So only that big. Okay, will get bigger as you go along. Okay, so now I have to knit 4 rows. Okay, hopefully it won't take me too long. Now only knit into the front of the stitch for this, not through to the back one. And I think I got a bit of the thread caught, so you have to be aware of that you don't get your cotton caught. I've done it again too. I'll have to come back. I'll reverse that. Try again. Go through there. I'm going to get in this right place here. Through there and there. And get that one off. Saw a bit of thread wandering around there. I don't know what I've done. Oh dear, Sonya. Looped it. Let's do that again. We're going to have to make a mistake to get it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17. We've lost one. Put one back on. Go. It doesn't want to go on there for me, does it? Right, we got him. Now, go in your first one, and we're just knitting plain, okay? We're just knitting plain. Keep your work to the same tension as good as you can. Don't do it too tight, whatever you do. You'll never get this little tiny needle in under there if you do. If you're only learning how to do this, just be very, very conscious of that you won't, if you do it too tight, just do it to the same tension as you can do. Do your best. If it gets to get too tight, for goodness sake, don't keep going, because it won't be worth it. You won't be able to get it done. So just do this, okay? Now I'm going to show you how to do a little bit, as much as I can, for a little while today, and then we'll come back on and do a bit more, okay? But we're going to try and, so we'll start putting beads on, right? We'll start putting the beads on, and knitting with the beads. There's other ways to do it, but I thought I'd show you the little bag, because it's not hard. It isn't hard at all. It's just tiny and a bit tricky, you know, like just trying to trick, as in being very small work, see? Very small work. There's one row done. Okay, and we get that tail out of my way. Keep your tail a little bit, because you want to be able to tuck it away later. But don't have it too short, you won't be able to tuck it away, or too long to get some road. So now we're back on our second row. And I always write this down as I'm going. Always write down where I'm up to, right? If I'm sitting there and I'm going to say, well, I'm going to do 4 rows. And then I get a pencil and I mark it off my pattern, so I know that I've done 4 rows. Because if I've got to leave it and come back later and try to count it, it's a little bit tricky trying to see that to count it. I mean, it might be just my old eyes, but, you know, it just depends. I think I knitted that first one without even having glasses. That first bag I did. I got a feeling I did that and I wasn't even wearing glasses. Back then, them days. So long ago it was. This is tiny. It's tiny. That's 2 rows. Right, I've done 2 rows. There you go, look at that. It's little. Yeah. I do like the small miniature things. I do like the... I've made a bigger bag than that one that I got there that I made from my husband's sister years ago. It was a black one. It was really nice too, it was. I gave her. I made a few doing the straight beads, like just putting beads on and not having any dangle on them, you know, like any hanging down bits. Got the thread caught, go back and do that, so you can't do this. And if you drop a stitch, go back and catch it, because you really do not need to have that. Keep your eye on your work, like check what you're doing as you go all the time. Just keep checking it. Now wait until you get to the end and think, oh dear, now I've dropped that, I've got to go back and fix it. It's not as easy as crochet, because crochet is easy to undo and this is harder to fix if you make a mistake, isn't it? So now you've got 3 rows and 1 more. We need 1 more row. Okay. Tail out of the road. I'm going to count these. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Isn't that good? But I've still got 18. Righto. Now, now we come to the exciting part. So you've got that there. I just got left a mouthful of water. I think I've got. Won't be a second. I'll just some in the bottle here. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we're going to need some beads. I hope. Right, so on your pattern, which I will photocopy and send to anybody that needs it, I think. So anything I can do when I figure out how to work, well, the printer doesn't need to be connected to the computer to do this, because I bought one of those wireless printers and can't get it to connect to the computer for the time being. We'll figure it out. So, row 5. So we've done row 6. So I've got marks here on it. Well, I didn't mark previously when I did it. So we're going to get the eraser out there. And I'm going to cross out the whole thing. Okay, I'm going to cross out that I've done those 4. So I'm up to this one here. So you'll need a pencil and an eraser too to do this. as well if you want to do it like this, because it keeps you in line with what you're doing. So you're increasing the first stitch, right? And then you're going to knit 3. Righto. So this is how it gets bigger, right? Now I'll increase the same way as what I just knitted my boss names on with. I knitted my stitches on, and I'm going to knit these on. This is how I do my increasing. Everybody's got a different way. There's, you know, not everybody, but we all do it. We all have different ways of doing this. And I'm just going through both those. I'm going underneath both pieces of cotton, and I'm going to put. Right, we'll try again. Have another go. I'm going through these, through there. Okay, around here, and I'm going to add 1 stitch, and then I'm going to add 2 stitches, and then I'm going to have 3 stitches. Right, so you need to put 3 stitches, and then we're going to knit in first stitch, increase in first stitch, knit. Oh no, I wasn't supposed to do 3, I was only supposed to do 1. Oh dear me. I'm going to pull them all out, and I'm just going to put increase 1 and then knit 3. Sonya. Oh dear. Probably you'll do it the right way. Okay. Increase. I've got myself lost. So we're just going to put 1 stitch back on there, and then we're going to knit 3. Get hold of it. 1, 2, there's something wrong here. What on earth is going on here? Ah dear. I'm going to have to undo that. Back on this thing here, please. Now, I can see here that I've actually lost that. I'm going to go back over here and knit this stitch again without catching it in the thread. Okay, because that's what I think might have happened. Now I'm going to come back around here, and I'm going to increase in the first stitch. Try to stay calm. I'll increase that one, and then I'm going to knit 3. Oh dear, I'm out of the shot now. Sorry about that. It's not easy to stay in the shot. Okay, so you want 1, 2, 3 stitches. Okay. Now, on here you'll see it says S1 bead, so that is slip 1 bead and knit 2, and you do that 6 times. So you'll get your bead. I want 1 bead, and you put it up there. Wait a minute, and then you pick up this. You've got 1 bead, and you knit 1. How many does it say I to knit? Knit 2. 1, 2. And then I get myself ready for the next stitch, and then I slip on the bead, slip the bead up there, and knit 1, 2. I get this ready. 1 bead, 1 bead, and then knit 1, 2. And it said I do that 6 times, didn't it? Hang on, I'll read it again. I'm sure it does. 6 times, and that'll be across to the other side, so we've done it 3. So we need to slip up a bead. Slip the bead along up to your needle. and go in it 1, 2. Slip the bead up here to your needle and knit 1, 2. Next bead. One, 2. So there'll be 7 times altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, won't it? Or something, I think. It says you do it 6 times, increase 1 stitch in the last stitch. So what happened there? That's not right. I'm going to just keep going and just do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that's not right, is it? So we'll still work on it though. We're not going to let it. Something must have went haywire with the pattern, because we've got 7 times. All right, hang on a minute. I might be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so then I've got 2. Yeah, knit. So there's 8 times, that is. It's not 6 at all. Right. Okay. Person wrote this. So we've got that one, and we're going to increase in the last stitch. And I'm hoping that that's right. So I'm going to do that by going back there. And I'll have 1, 2. I'm hoping this is going to work when I come back the other way. Hope you see what I did. You probably didn't. But I just increased in the last stitch, so therefore I have. Now I have all these here. You know what? I never knitted past that because it's probably because it was wrong. It says, so row 6 says you do it again 6 times, but that's not going to help me one bit. So I'm going to knit 5, slip 1 bead and knit 2 for the row 6. Knit 5, and let's see what happens, eh? See what happens. If I have to change it on the pattern, I'll have to change it on the... I didn't write the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, this is going to have beads in the front and the back, like in the inside and the outside of the purse, because that's how it works out. So you're going to... Hang on a minute. 6 rows. 5, slip 1, knit 2, 6 times. So this is not... hang on. So I slip 1 and I'm going to knit 2. 1, 2. So this bead here will be behind that bead, which I don't understand the what's the name on that. But so you got beads on the inside as well as the outside. Look, see? Well, that doesn't seem right, does it? No. 1 minute. 2, and then you go 3, and then you go 4, so it gets wider and wider. So what I could do is undo that and do what I think would work better, and that's just doing a plain row and then doing it. Maybe that lady should have put that in there, whoever wrote this. Should have put a plain row. I'll show you that what I'm talking about in a minute. Just let me get back here a bit. It is very disheartening, you know, though, when you get a pattern and it doesn't work the way it says it's going to. And that has happened to me many times before. So I know I've been following the thing properly. We've got the right amount of stitches. This is a bit difficult to undo, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to undo it. I'm going to do it the way I reckon it should work, because I think there should be a plain row in between these beads. And I'll show you why in a minute. You just give me a second to undo these. I'm trying to catch them without losing them. It's a bit tricky, you know, a bit tricky, but it's all good. We're not going to worry. Go up in there, please, catch that. You know what, my eyesight's not helping me at all today, I'm telling you that. It is not working for me. Okay, let's stick that back over there. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but if you can't, it doesn't matter, because I'm trying to just save me stitch here. I've lost that stitch. You know what, I'm not letting it beat me. I mean, you will understand. I'm trying to do that. Oh, come on. Okay, now what are we going to do? How are we going to fix this? Sonya, how are we going to fix it? Nothing worse than having something that's messy. Righto. I think I've got it. Well, you know what, I was knitting this, wasn't I? And I actually stopped, didn't I? Because I said I started knitting something. And I can see why, because that pattern wasn't right. And I should have wrote that on it. But I would have got disheartened and decided that was enough of that. I wasn't going to do that anymore. I'm not going to do that today. I'm not going to let it beat me. Even if you just learn today how to put that cotton on, then we can do the next things anyhow, can't we, later on down the track. So, I've got all the beads off, right? Or they're not off there. I've got there's three stitches on either end. There's all these beads going through here. This one is popped back a bit, is right. Now, I'm going to just do a row of stitching, a row of knitting, I should say. Okay, so we're just going to knit this long here. This is to help you get started anyway on yours, so you can follow what I'm doing. And I still have this mess here above this bead. I don't know what I've done wrong. Put it back the other way. You've got the I've got the stitch from the back to front. When I picked it up, I didn't put it back on properly. Righto. So the little beads will be on the front here, okay? Okay. Now we go all the way along here, just one plain row, okay? So when we put the next lot on, they'll be the same place. And there won't be anything on the inside, because I don't think that that's necessary to put the beads on the inside. I know it's going to make the purse bigger, which wouldn't be such a bad thing anyway. You probably need a rest to just do a plain row. Anyway, as we're coming back, we just do a plain row, okay? And I don't know why that's not in this thing at all, because it isn't in this pattern. Rightio, so there we go, we've got a plain row, and there's our beads on. Alright? So now I'm running out of space on the card. Ah, dearie me, so I'm going to have to go. And I'll be back and show you some more another day. So I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.